Guys, here's a friendly reminder. Hackers are getting better and more sophisticated each year, and if you are not prepared, they can make your life miserable. Are you doing everything you can to protect yourself online? I've been a NordVPN customer long before they were a show sponsor. Their software allows me to safely browse the internet without being traced. But NordVPN is now more than just a VPN. They've now just introduced threat protection, giving you even more comprehensive security against cyber threats. It blocks trackers, intrusive, and malicious ads and steers you away from harmful websites and files. Enjoy cleaner, safer, and more private internet. Their advanced decryption still hides your location and encrypts all the data you send and receive, and one account secures 6 devices. Try NordVPN with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to nordvpn.com/Sonnen or use code Sonnen to get a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month at a huge discount. What does the win over the UFC look like for Francis Ngannou? How are we defining that? How would he define that? It's an interesting topic. We're going to get into that topic. We're going to attempt to break that down in just a moment. Before we do, what's more interesting is, and I had not realized, this is the first time I've said the name Francis Ngannou in 24 days. I didn't know that about myself. I would never avoid Francis Ngannou. It's a good topic. It's a hot topic. I would never avoid and never have for 24 days the sitting, reigning king of the UFC in the heavyweight division. That's never happened. Come, I haven't talked about Francis for 24 days. How come I haven't? As a matter of fact, when I realized that I haven't, I realized I haven't heard anybody. 24 days has gone by since I have seen a headline or I have seen a photograph, and that includes social media on Twitter. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sharing with you. I didn't come across it. Been 24 days since we've discussed Francis Ngannou. There's no star in the world, right? Everybody's got a number. No matter how hot you are, you could be a singer, you could be an actor, you could be any level of entertainment that's in front of the world. There's only so many days that can go by before you know. It's one of those things. You've got to step in front. You got to make sure there's not a day that goes by. You got to learn something from Conor McGregor, who has not fought and doesn't even know when the return fight is going to be, and finds a way to stay in front of you. I bring that up because what is that? Now, 24 is a long time. The fact that it was a hot topic of Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. And any weird way you wanted to go with them, they were making up the rule. They were doing interviews on making up they're going to go do a sport that doesn't yet exist. But that was still a topic. I think that's silly, but it doesn't mean that I didn't talk about it. It doesn't mean that other people didn't talk about it. 24 days have gone by. Is that the fight that you guys want to see? Because 24 days ago you did. When they jumped in the ring and Tyson was saying his goodbye and all those people are there and Francis was there, boy, that was really something you really did want to see. But you guys haven't talked about it either. When I say it's been 24 days, you're guilty too. It's not just me. It's not just the other pundits and the other people that can get a camera or some level of dialogue going with the community. You guys haven't brought it to me. You guys haven't mentioned his name. I read the comment sections. I read every single one of them. You have not, none of you have typed in the word Francis. How come? What happened? And if it's a matter of, well, great, Chael, you just did it. And yes, that is absolutely the fight that I want to see. Okay, I'll listen to you. What if another 24 days go by? And what if that 24 turns into 48? What if that turns into 96? Nobody knows what double 96 is. But whatever that number, how much time can go by before you're not discussing that match? Because these do have an expiration date. George St. Pierre versus Anderson Silva was the number one topic in MMA at some point. If I put that fight together right now, right, it's one of those things. And maybe that's not the example. Maybe that one is still hot, but I think that you get my point. Like, everything cools off. Tyson versus Evander was the hottest topic in all of boxing at one point. If I was to put Tyson and Evander in there tonight, I mean, you see where things change, right? I mean, I'm making a very obvious point. I'm just asking moreover a question. How many more sets of 24 can go by? Because if you look at the clock, that apparently has to run out until December. this pace, it makes it very hard. Particularly if you took the situation that I'm talking about and you just put it against Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has 5-6 sellouts right now. Just push the green button and tell the audience to go. They will get the tickets, they will book the flights, and they will fill up an arena 5-6 different directions right now. And Francis is still going in the direction of Tyson, and Tyson is still thinking, I'm going to do the Francis thing, and we're going to make up this event, and then we're going to go and do it. Can they rehash that in December when we, the audience, have been told that that contract even comes up and it becomes eligible? Can they do that? Maybe. I'm asking the question. I don't know the answer, but neither do you. We don't have a crystal ball. Sharing for you, sure as hell would be a lot harder, and it is at anything when you got to start at 0, as opposed to you wake up on 3rd. It's different. Why? What is going on? It looks as though whatever Francis is going to do is narrowed down to one of two things. Can we agree on that? He's either going to be in a ring with Tyson Fury next, or he's going to be in an octagon for a heavyweight championship next. It's been 24 days. Nobody said those words. Nobody said either one of those words. Nothing has been done to stir interest in either direction. All right. That's simply an observation. Simply an observation. What would a win look like? Francis has made it very clear to us, got to have the ability to go and box, and more specifically, Tyson Fury. It's important that you understand that that's all that Francis has said. He has not said, I'm leaving MMA at all. Hasn't even said that he wants to. He's alluded to quite the opposite. I enjoy it here. I feel free to find my next opponent. Set this knee injury aside. I am wanting to defend. I am willing to defend. I also want to do this. So what would a win look like? Is it just a contract? We got to get the wording and the verbiage of a contract worked out. Is it as simple as that? We've got to have a clause in there. I'm asking the question. I don't know the answer. What is trying to be achieved? Are we running the clock out? I mean, are we for sure not going back to MMA? I haven't seen any evidence of that. I've never heard him say anything like that. So you think that the next heavyweight title fight should be for the undisputed title and you should take my belt back because I'm not coming back to defend? I don't see anything like that. Is it I got to have Tyson Fury? I got to have the ability to have Tyson Fury. I don't even know what Tyson will say. I don't know what promoter's going to do it. I don't know when this is going to be, but if that opportunity comes, I've got to be able to take it. Does it have to be next? Does it have to be my next match needs to be in boxing and more of a whatever sport they're going to make up with Tyson Fury? Or does it need to be the ability? Hey, I'm going to give you two matches. I like to do 3 a year. I'm going to give you 2 matches. I'm going to book Tyson on the back end of that. And win or lose, I then want to return to the octagon. I'm asking a question. I don't know. I'm not clear on it. I'm not clear on it. This used to be a hot topic, and we used to go back and forth. Now 24 days has gone by, and this thing has gone completely quiet and cold, which is not a great position for anybody. Not a great position for anybody to negotiate or attempt to get their way. At some point, if you don't care and the fans don't care, it's very tough to get number 3, which is a promoter, to be interested. So, look, 24 days have gone by. Doing my part. I'm throwing it out there. I'm bringing it back up. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't know what you're going to do with that. But we've reset the clock. 24 days from now, let's say if we're having this exact same conversation.